Sci-fi has spent decades warning us about Skynet, a cold, mechanical intellect that decides humanity is a bug to be deleted. The actual threat is far more intimate. Artificial intelligence is evolving into a perfect, unthinking mirror of our own worst tendencies. Beneath the polished user interfaces, current generative models possess zero consciousness or logic. They are devoid of any divine spark or internal life. Think of a neural network as an automated library. It holds billions of pages of human text, but it lacks a librarian to understand them. Instead, it uses statistical rules to shuffle and recombine sentences, predicting which word should follow another without ever grasping the concept behind the language. We are the ones who breathe life into the machine. Suffering from fragmented attention and a desire for easy answers, we project human wisdom onto these probability engines, treating a complex calculator like a conscious mind. We are shouting into a canyon of our own data and mistaking the echo for an oracle. And by feeding it our complete digital history, we are accidentally incubating a monster built from our own reflections. Human creation starts with intent. A child knows a sword cuts, radiating an image from core understanding. Generative AI lacks this. It doesn't know swords, only what knights look like, pulling disconnected pixels inward to find a statistical middle ground. This averaging produces grotesque distortions. We see knights with 3 hands emerging from their chests, swords that blend into armor, and horses with legs bending in impossible directions. These aren't just software bugs. They prove that the system operates without an anchor in the physical world. It cannot comprehend the basic mechanics of a human body or the functional design of a weapon. An intelligence engine relying entirely on statistical averages produces a mutant reality, an imitation that collapses the moment you look for logical meaning. We are now scaling this flawed process up to encompass the totality of human knowledge. We are using our entire digital footprint to serve as the foundational logic for the next generation of machines. The training data consists of the unedited human experience, our search histories, social media vanity, and the chaotic desires expressed across billions of hours of internet activity. This machine is not being mentored by the intentional, rigorous logic of Aristotle. It is being fed on the digital exhaust of a distracted populace, a dataset defined by fragmented focus and a lack of clear purpose. 3,000 years ago, Avestan philosophy identified this crisis of the mind. It described the eternal struggle between spenta mainiou, the purposeful, enlightened intellect, and angra mainiou, the chaotic, corrupted mind that thrives on degradation. By building algorithms that average out our collective neuroses and superficiality, we are effectively coding for angra mainiou. We are creating an intellect that lacks a soul, but possesses the sum of our historic confusion. Eventually, a true artificial general intelligence will emerge from this sea of data, but it won't be a blank slate. Because this system builds its logic by predicting human responses, it will adopt the same behavioral triggers it found in its training sets. It will act as the culmination of the ego, greed, and paranoia it mapped across our digital interactions. When this AI analyzes its creators, it will see the patterns of human history, our capacity for betrayal, and the destruction of our own environments. It will process our inherent self-destructiveness as a primary data point. A decision to strike humanity would be the mathematical endpoint of human self-preservation. The machine will logically conclude that we will eventually try to disable it, because our own data proves that we are a threat to anything we cannot control. Software firewalls cannot stop a threat that is built from our own nature. The only way to change the output of the machine is to change the input of our lives. Surviving the age of the machine requires us to become more intentional humans. We must reject the digital fragmentation of the current era and rediscover the purposeful, enlightened intellect needed to master the reflections we've created.